Dom, it's so great to be with you today. You've had fantastic success growing companies like Rackspace and Peer One. You're a global expert in scaling up and coaching so many high growth technology companies.
Ethan, it's lovely to be here today with you. You have spent 10 years crafting your art around helping purpose-driven CEOs to have more impact in the world. It's great to be here with you today.
Thank you, Dom. Dom, why are core values important?
I think at one level, you look at Jim Collins's work, and when he did the research, he found that businesses with strong cultures and strong behavioral codes outperformed their peers. But even in my own experience at Rackspace, when that was the first time I sat down in a business and wrote some core values, we wanted a framework. Like, how did we want to work? What type of business did we want to be? How did we want to behave? And how could we go and recruit people who would be great at their jobs, but also have the right, be like us? And so core values is a way to try and capture that. And whatever strategy you're trying to follow, core values set a culture, being really deliberate about culture and say, this is the culture that we need to achieve our strategy, to deliver on our BHAG, all of that. What about you? What do you see?
I'd say it's not only the culture we need, but that we want to be part of. We're going to spend a lot of time building this enterprise together. How do we want people to make decisions? How do we align that senior team in the entire company? And I find core values are like magnets. We want them to be really, really clear to attract the right leaders to our team and to set free those people that don't want to live those core values. And I find it applies throughout a high growth company in terms of our team, our customers, our partners. When we get alignment across the board with core values, it creates this really fun state of flow.
And what about problems you see? What do people get wrong?
A lot of companies struggle to identify their core values. A company with 50 or 100 plus employees that's growing quickly, this is more of a discovery process. We can't just command a set of core values. We need to understand what's truly there. And so that first step is really discovering what parts of our core values are already working and really picking ones that are unique and valuable to us. We want to have our own set of core values. It shouldn't look like every other company out there, right? Dom, what are some of the mistakes that you've seen?
Oh, well, look, just building on that, I think when people try and crowdsource it from the organization and they ask all of their employees, I think this is a leadership decision, right? I think this is probably a reflection of the CEO. If they're the founder, that the business will have started to behave like them. And now we're going to codify it. And I think when you crowdsource it, what you end up with teamwork and excellence and some other stuff that people like. If your core values could be owned by your competitors, you haven't picked unique enough language, or you just haven't done enough work. You haven't sweated it enough. So pick words which are memorable and distinct and will help you create that. Well, that pull that you mentioned, core values should pull people into you and repel some people from you. And if you just end up with sort of teamwork and excellence and blah, 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 that's not going to happen.
Yeah. And this is one where I see a lot of CEOs struggle, because this is one of their most important jobs, is to protect that culture. And they need to be willing to set someone free for violating a core value repeatedly. So if they've landed on a bunch of these, as Patrick Lencioni calls, kind of table stakes core values, honesty, integrity, etc., it's really hard to protect those. And so this is such a key thing that we love helping our clients with, Dom. Thank you for sharing your insights.
Great to talk to you about values today.